Yo, what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Final Form Frieza. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get the older style box for this Frieza since he is an older release in the SH Figuarts DBZ line. So we do get the one right there in the front of the box is SH Figuarts Final Form Frieza. We do get a close-up image of Frieza's face on the right side. We do get the toy animation sticker warning blah 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 Funimation, Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. And then the bottom of the box has the barcode blah 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 stuff nobody cares about. And then here is the top of the box. And then here is the one side of it. And then the other side of the box with the very cool image of the figure there. And then the back of it shows a bunch of cool poses you can get the figure into along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at the evil bastard who made Vegeta cry like a little bitch. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations did such an excellent job with this Final Form Frieza. And this is when Tamashii Nations used to be great with the paint shading, unlike now with their DBZ figures where it looks like they made them piss themselves with the paint shading. But they did an excellent job all throughout this Frieza with the detail. The face sculpt looks great, looks just like how Frieza did in DBZ. And the eyes, nice clean paint where the red meets the white, and beautiful line work with the black around the eyes. And this is when they used to sculpt the eyes, and that's something I really do appreciate. Wish they would still do that, now they just paint them. But I really love when they sculpted the eyes, and then the lines under the eyes are sculpted as well with that little bit of black paint that they put on there. And nice clean paint for the purple mouth where it meets the white, so good job on that. And then nice clean paint for the black in the ears there. And then the other side, a little bit of black paint mess-ups around the ears, but it's not incredibly bad. And then one of my favorite parts about this Frieza is how great the purple looks on the top of his head. Pretty clean paintwork where the purple meets the white, but around the edges it's like a darker purple, like where the purple meets the white, and then the more you go to the center of it, it turns into like a lighter purple, and it kind of has like a metallic type paint to it, and I really dig the way that looks. So they did a very nice job with the purple on the top of Frieza's head. There's like a speck of purple paint right there and there, but other than that, everything else is great with the paint on there. And then we do get a little bit of paint shading around the ears and then on the sides of the head right there, so I do appreciate the paint shading. And then very nice sculpt and paint shading on the neck, same with on the torso. And then we do get the this purple piece right under his chest, and it's similar to the one on the top of his head, like it's a darker purple around the edges. Then when you go to the center, it's more of like a lighter metallic-y purple, so I really dig the way that looks as well. And then the back of Frieza here, very nice sculpt throughout the muscle definition and great paint shading as well. And then the tail, beautiful sculpt on the tail, and then there's also paint shading on it, so I really dig the way that looks also. Now for the arms here, this is an issue a lot of people have with this Frieza, is the shoulder joints. They didn't paint them purple, they just left them white, because Frieza's shoulder, all of that should be purple. Like there shouldn't be white right there, so it just looks really weird that they left the joints white like that. But the purple paint on it is alright. You can see a little bit of paint bleeding or paint specks on the white. The left shoulder isn't that bad. There's a little bit of paint bleeding like in the middle of it down there. But the right shoulder, you can see the paint bleeding there, and then a little bit over here as well. But other than that, everything else looks pretty good on it. And then a nice sculpt throughout the entire arms, same with the paint shading. The elbow joints look great. And then on the back of Frieza's forearms, we do get some more purple pieces, and they did do a pretty good job with them. The paint's nice and clean on them. The only thing, I think they should have put another layer of purple paint on the right one, because it is lighter compared to the left one. As you can see, it is darker. So there is a little minor issue there. And another issue with this Frieza is his hip or leg joints get really loose very quickly. And if you had this figure for years, your leg joints are probably super loose. So that is an issue with this Frieza. And then another one is he really does not stand up on his own that well. Well, he is right now, but you have to like hinge his feet up and push him forward so it balances. He balances out well with his tail, because his tail makes him back heavy, so he falls back easily. Like if you have him standing straight up, like I have him just standing straight up, he's gonna fall back like that. So that is another issue with this Frieza. They did fix it a little bit with the golden Frieza and didn't make his tail as heavy, but that is an issue that's with this Final Form Frieza. Now, very nice sculpt and paint throughout the legs here. Nice sculpt on the muscle definition. We get some great paint shading on the thighs there. Same with on the back of them. The knee joints look great and blend in perfectly. The lower legs, nice sculpt, and the paint for the purples, pretty clean on it. It's just the left one, or Frieza's right leg, they went a little too wide with the purple. It should be like that. They did sculpt lines around where the purple is, and they went a little bit over with this one. As you can see, it is wider than his left leg. Now the feet, excellent job on them. Nice sculpt and paint shading, and then those lines where his knuckles are on his feet are sculpted. I like how they added the paint in there. And then very nice clean paint for the toenails. And then the bottom of his feet, beautiful sculpt and paint shading on them also. So I really love that they did that with this Frieza. They really went above and beyond with this final form Frieza, and I'm really, really happy with how the detail turned out on this one. I don't think they could have made final form Frieza any better than this one here. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a bunch of great stuff included with this Frieza. So we do get a Tamashii Nation stand, which they never give us anymore, but they used to give one to every figure they released back then. It does come in a few parts. We have the base, the arm, and then the clamp, and it does swivel at the bottom, hinges at the bottom, hinges at the middle, hinges at the top, and then the clamp can swivel, and then the clamp, both sides can swivel back and forth. So we do get that. And then we also get 8 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, which come on the figure out of the packaging, and very nice sculpt on these. And wherever there is paint, like the fingernails and then the paint shading, they did a very nice job with it. And all his hands are very simple to interchange. So we do get a pair of fists. And then we do get a pair of just open resting hands here. Nice paint shading and nice paint work on the fingernails there. So good job with the open hands. And then we do get a pair of open palm blast hands. Again, nice paint shading and nice paint work on the fingernails. Very nice sculpt as well. So we do get a pair of those. And then we get 2 right hands. One is for the death ball, where his finger is fully extended. And then we get one for the death beam, where it's kind of bent a little bit and his thumb's sticking out a little. But I mean, you could use them for whichever one you want. But nice paint shading on them, and nice clean paint work on the fingernails as well. And nice sculpt also. So we do get those, and then we also get 6 interchangeable feet, and then we do get the crossed arms. And I love whenever Tamashii Nations includes crossed arms with a Dragon Ball Z figure, but they did a great job with the sculpt of this, and some nice paint shading all throughout it. And the paint for the purple, pretty clean for the most part. I do have a speck of purple paint right above it right there, and then on his elbow I have some like random yellow paint or something. I have no idea what that's from, but it is kind of odd and random. And these crossed arms are extremely easy to interchange, unlike the Cell and the Piccolo. So we do get the crossed arms, and then we also get 3 pairs of interchangeable feet. So we do get the basic ones here that come on the figure out of the packaging that we did already take a look at. And if you look right here on the inside of the foot, it does show an R, so you can tell it's the right foot, and then the left foot has an L to tell you that it's the left foot. But a nice paint and sculpt on the regular feet. And then we get another pair of regular looking feet, but these have wide pegs on them with a peg insert in the center because they are meant to peg into the rock base, which I'll show you in a little bit. But very nice paint shading all throughout the top and bottom of the feet, and nice sculpt on the bottom and the top of the feet as well. So we do get the ones for the rock base. And then finally we get the clenched toes feet. And they did a great job with these as well. Very nice paint shading on the top and the bottom of the feet, and very nice sculpt on the bottom and the top of the feet as well. And you can see there's the L because that's the left foot. So we do get the interchangeable feet and the crossed arms, and then we also get 3 interchangeable heads or faces. So we do get this one on the left that comes on the figure out of the packaging, and this is the smirking, like smiling Frieza face here, and they did an excellent job with it. We already took a look at this one already. But a nice paint and sculpt on the smiling face there. And then we do get the yelling, screaming face here. And beautiful paint and sculpt all throughout this. Very nice paint work on the purple on the top of the head. Nice clean paint where it meets the white. And I love how we get some sculpted veins on the side of his head here to show you how angry he is. So great job with that. And very nice paint and sculpt throughout the eyes and the mouth. Really great job on this interchangeable head here. So we do get that one. And then finally we get the angry teeth gritted face, which is my personal favorite, and this is the face he makes right when he comes back after Goku thinks he killed him, and then he kills Krillin. So that's what this face is for. But this one's definitely my favorite out of all three. I do wish that we had like a basic looking face that all the DBZ characters come with. But these three are perfectly fine because we do get a shit ton of accessories. But great paintwork where the purple meets the white on the top of the head. Nice clean paint there. And very nice sculpt and paint around the eyes, nose, and mouth and everything. So great job on this interchangeable face and head as well. And the way you interchange them, very simple. When you want to pop it off, just pull it off the joint, and when you want to pop it on, just pop it right on the ball joint there. So as simple as that. So we do get those three interchangeable heads, and then we also get two interchangeable tails. So we do get my favorite out of the two here, which is just his regular tail, and it does have a ball joint, as you can see right there. All you do is just peg it into the back of Frieza here, and it just pegs in very easily. But very nice sculpt and nice paint shading all throughout this tail. Like I said, this one's my favorite out of the two, so we do get that one. Then we do get the longer one here, which has a little curl at the end, which is meant to wrap around Vegeta's neck, or you could do it with Krillin, or you could use this tail and unpeg it and use it for when his tail kind of got chopped apart after Goku think he killed him, but then he came back. So I do like how they did that. This one does have a ball joint on it as well, and then it does peg into the back of Frieza, just like the other tail there. And you can swivel it right here also, but very nice sculpt all throughout this, and we do get the paint shading as well. So great job on both the interchangeable tails, and then we also get the Death Ball and the Death Beam. So we'll take a look at the Death Ball first, and very nice sculpt, and I love the translucent pink plastic that they used for this, but I love all the sculpt that they added onto it. I think that looks dope. Really cool looking accessory. Then we do get this clear piece here. And this is meant to peg, where is the peg hole? Right there. You peg the ball joint right into that side, and you're supposed to take this hook piece and pop it over Frieza's wrist, and then you would pop this hand on, so then it looks like he's charging up the death ball there. What I do though, I don't even bother using this. It is cool that they included it, but all I do is I just put his finger in this hole here. And I just do that. I feel like that's a lot easier and looks more realistic than having that clear piece hanging off his wrist. So we do get the Death Ball, and then we also get the Death Beam. And this looks alright. We have like a translucent plastic towards where it's shooting out of his finger. Then it goes into like a white plastic. And then we do have another like energy sphere here with like spikes all coming out of it. I'm really not a fan of how they did this. I like the Figuarts standard Death Beam so much better, as I'll show you guys what that looks like in pictures at the end of the video. But we do have a peg insert right there because it's meant to peg into the Tamashii Nation stand here. So you peg that in, and then you have Frieza standing on one side here, so it looks like he's shooting out the Death Beam. So we do get those effect pieces. And then we finally get the rock base, and this is probably my favorite accessory they include with this Frieza. Beautiful sculpt all throughout this, and I love the paintwork on it, how it's a darker brown and then blends into the lighter brown. That looks beautiful. Really great job on this base here. And they never included a base like this with any other DBZ figure besides Frieza. And then right here you can see the peg inserts, which are meant for these feet, and you could actually see the outlining of the bottom of his feet on these peg inserts right there, so you know where to place the feet. So the right one would just peg in right there. So it pegs in nice and secure, and you can unpeg it very simple. So it's really easy to pop his feet in there and then take them out. And then there's the bottom. Really not much going on there, but really love this base. This is definitely my favorite accessory included with this Frieza, and I'll always have them displayed on this because it's too awesome of a rock base not to have on display with your Frieza. But anyway, that is all the awesome accessories included with this final form Frieza. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Lord Frieza. To the top of his head, it looks like he stands just shy of 4.5 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the Figuarts standard Final Form Frieza, the SH Figuarts Golden Frieza, the SH Figuarts San Diego Comic-Con Frieza Saga Goku, and the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Saiyan Armor Trunks, the SH Figuarts Future Trunks, the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Vegeta, and the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. And then here he is compared to a bunch of the other SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figures, and Dragon Ball Super as well. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Punisher. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, we do get 2 points at the neck, so the upper neck joint, you can get Frieza to almost look all the way up, and then he looks down practically all the way. And then we do get a little bit of pivot there, and then it slightly swivels. The lower neck, very minimal forward and back movement, as you can see there. So with both joints, Frieza pretty much looks all the way down, and then almost looks all the way up. Do get a tiny bit of pivot and then slight swivel at the lower neck, so decent movement at both the neck joints, better movement at the upper neck though. This purple piece on the torso is on a tiny ball joint, so it can pivot a little bit, hinge up and down a tiny bit, and then it does swivel a little as well. Now we do get a point of articulation at the torso right under the chest, and Frieza can crunch forward about that much with that joint, and then goes back a really good amount with that joint as well. And then we do get some very nice pivot at that torso joint, and then slight swivel. Then the waist goes forward about that much, so with both joints he crunches forward a really good amount. The waist goes back about that much, so with both joints he goes back a lot further. And then we do get nice pivot at the waist as well, and then it does swivel. Now the tail is on a ball hinge, so it can swivel and hinges back and forth, and I love that the tail is articulated. Now for the arms here, the shoulders have a very nice joint that you can get the arms in a circular motion, and I love that point of articulation. And then the arms go out to the sides almost all the way, so nice movement there. They do go up and down. We do have the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that bend in pretty much all the way. Then we have a ball hinge at the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, one issue, his right leg can pop off the joint very easily, so be careful of that. But the legs do shift down a tiny bit, so Frieza can kick forward about 90 degrees, goes to the back about 45 degrees, and then kicks out to the side about 90 degrees. Then you get slight swivel up there. Then we have double jointed knees that bend back pretty much all the way. Now for the ankles here, they are on a ball hinge, but they do swivel. They hinge up about that much and then hinge all the way down, and then we pretty much get a 90-degree bend at the ankle. So excellent pivot with this Frieza. They can pivot to the outside as well. We don't have any toe hinges because all his toes are separated, so that would be a little odd to have them all on hinges. But overall, I feel like we get some very nice movement with this Frieza, and you're going to be able to get him in some great evil poses, and I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Final Form Frieza. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an 8.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I got mine from Amazon because this Frieza is a little more rare and harder to find, plus he is a lot more expensive compared to the other SH Figuarts DBZ figures, so your best bet will be either Amazon or eBay, and sometimes my buddy from Agelessgeeks will get this in stock here and there, but you'll only be able to buy it through him directly on Facebook, or if you go to his shop at Frankensons. But if you do ever buy something from the Agelessgeeks website, don't forget to enter in codename Daredevil, and you'll get yourself a 5% off discount. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. So we do get the older style box for this SH Figuarts Frieza because Then we do get the toy animation sticker, warning, blah 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 blah, Funimation Dragon Ball blah and blah 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 blah. We get the toy animation sticker, warning, blah 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 blah, Funimation Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. Damn it, I did it again. The Figuarts Standard Model Kit Final Form Frieza, the SHF the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Whoa, damn it. Went a little too ahead of that one. He was the next figure. Oh, damn. And it does swivel at the bottom, hinges at the bottom, hinges, I'm knocking everything off, damn it. Hinges at the middle, hinges at the top, swivels at the, whoops. And paint shading on here, and then they did paint the fingernails. So we do get this one on the left that comes on the figure out of the packaging, and they chibi, blah 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 blah. Alright everyone, group Frodo Baggins.